Hi guys, Tom Wilmot here, and checking out one of the currency pairs we follow closely in the Zeelander flytrap trading system. This is Euro JPY. I have it down to a 5-minute chart, and we're looking at it on June 7th, which is Tuesday, in the early part of June. And basically, the euro, as you can see, it had a pretty good move upward in the Asian session. And just to review the chart quickly, this is our red line for the opening of the Asian session. East Coast time, that's between 7 and 8 o'clock approximately in the evening. And you can see that we did have, as we moved right into that time frame, we had a nice upward medallion, a crossover of the T3 Tilson. Now, in this particular case, with the 5-minute chart, I don't have the chandelier on here, but let's move to a method 2 kind of tracing. Obviously, if we crossed over, we could put our buy zone vertical line here, and in addition to that, we would put our Zeelander signal line here, right underneath the close of this bar, which created the white medallion. So now you can see here we have this nice 45 degree angle to the up and to the right. It's good for several pips, and in this particular case, once this is in place, you could put your stop loss anywhere right under the Zeelander flytrap line. Notice we came back and tested it. We bounced off of here, but even if you'd taken a trade in this area up here, the specifics of it are that we had an 11 pip risk. Sorry, I'm nursing a cold today. And we had a nice 36, 37 pip upward thrust early in the Asian session. Okay, let's clear these lines now. I'll just get rid of them and we'll start again. We'll start fresh. We'll leave this one in place. Notice that we pulled back, but we could not drop down as far as we needed to go. Notice that when we put our, on the pullback, we put our Zeelander flytrap line here. We'd move our red line over into this area. But notice that except for this one little thrust to the downside during the time right before the London Open, that our moving averages never really dropped down below. Now you could have gotten into this trade and put your article there. We had 16 pips and then it reversed, and so whether or not you'd gotten out of that with a profit is a question, but it was certainly not a dramatic pullback. And notice that as soon as we have a candle like this that takes out our Zeelander flytrap trading line, this signal line, then we'd be out of the trade. So depending upon where you got in, you'd maybe have a 4 or 5 pip loss. Okay, so now we have something that's a little better going on here. We have an upward candle that's a little more stable. Notice we came back and tested twice as we moved higher, and this was moving during the London session, the 23, 24, 25 pips. But this is the one I really wanted to share with you. This morning's move, during which the euro got really croaked. We basically had a crossover of the T3 Tilson. We'd have to move this back one just to be absolutely precise. We had our medallion and so forth, and obviously we would have taken out the chandelier at this point. This is the beginning of the U.S. session at 7 a.m. East Coast time. Now, if we move our Zeelander signal line right to the base, the closing price of this particular candle, notice that we've got this, what we called in the book, bats in a cave configuration. It looks to me just like these candles are just hanging on the line, and that's a pretty sure system and a pretty sure bet that you're going to have this decline. Also notice that as soon as our 8 and 12 EMA penetrate that Zeelander flytrap line, you know you've got a stop that's right above it, and wherever you got into the trade here, the upward thrust is maybe 15 pips, even if you've gotten in this particular downward candle. And then from this point lower, we've had quite a nice downside move this morning, as much as 67 pips. So that's how the system works. These are your setup areas. Obviously, if you're watching around the time of new money coming into the market, which would be Asia, this one back here, London, this one here. You kind of wait to see what the new money is going to do, and that's another indication of the direction of the primary trend. Hope that helps, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Don't forget, you can subscribe to this YouTube channel at YouTube/user/vineyardfx. Take care.